everybody, I am Alpacapatrol, and this is Dota 2. That's right, I'm back to cast another game of Dota 2, and actually, since they changed the watch thing, it's hard to find Captain's Mode games. So, just casting a regular old pub, and I'm pretty sure it's all pick. I would assume so. I mean, it could be single draft or something, but, oh no, it is totally all pick. It says it right there in the top corner. So, you know, heroes are gonna be picked. And then, you know, they're gonna play the heroes, and it's gonna be great. There's really not much to say about the draft besides the fact that heroes are gonna draft people. And then, oh, we're into the game. Look at that! So, we're gonna have Das on our Faceless Void for the Radiant. Twister Brister Raberon. Why is the game freezing up?
Ready?
Oh my god, the loudness. Why is that so loud? I lowered the voice volume. Let me lower this overall. Let's just lower that a lot. Anyway, oh great, we got a pause to start off. That's exciting. Well, at least I get to name people, or tell you about people. So Twister Brister Raberon is going to play our Tinker. Meow is going to be our Silencer. Who is this? Fucking Killer is going to be on our Ancient Apparition. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Here's a new thing about Dota 2. I can zoom out. See how cool that is? Oh, and there's the Drow. Drow is going to be played by Sogard. And then we have on the Dire team, Empty is going to be our Storm Spirit. A bunch of Asian characters is going to be our Shadow Demon. And I mean that in a literal sense. Like, there's several Asian characters playing that one hero. I talked to the team of players before the game, and they feel that it's better to have multiple players playing Shadow Demon. It's a very complex hero. And also, we have Zai Fanboy playing the Earthshaker, 22-0. While we also have Mick playing the Keeper of the Light.
The battle begins!
The Coddle of the Light, and Lightweight on the Gyrocopter. This is still too loud. I'm going to lower this volume even more. Okay, cool. So, Gyro, yeah, he's rushing the Bassie. That's fair. That's a fair build. See, my thing with Gyro is he starts with 48 damage. Also, generally, you shouldn't really level a skill before you come into the lane. But with Gyro, you're probably going to get Rocket Barrage. I mean, you could get Flat Cannon, you could get something else, but you could get the Homing Missile, but, you know, it's not entirely necessary. Mid lane matchup, Tinker versus Storm Spirit. Tinker, really exciting hero right now. Everybody likes playing Tinker. Ooh, we got some damage going out on this Coddle of the Light. But yeah, Tinker played a lot right now. Very strong on Radiant, and the reason that he's strong on Radiant, we might see over the course of this game. But basically, it's because he can stack these Ancients very easily. It's, like every time he checks for a rune. And Storm Spirit's getting pretty low, but I don't think he's gonna die. He's not level. He is level 2, but didn't opt to use the rockets. Probably wouldn't have done enough damage as it is anyway. But anyway, yeah, so like I was saying, the Gyro, I usually like to go Wraithband first, just simply because this build gives you more regen, which is fine, but, I mean, you're up against a Faceless Void. I guess he didn't totally necessarily expect the Faceless Void in the off lane, although he's been played a lot in the off lane as of late, because, you know, that timeline is pretty strong. Also, in general, I have not lowered anything. Alright, here we go. We got a disruption here on this Faceless Void. He's got a Curse of the Silent on the Gyrocopter, but I don't think anybody's going to die. Oh no, the Homing Missile. The Homing Missile with the Shadow Demon right clicks should ensure this death on this Silencer, and that should be First Blood given to the Gyrocopter, which is not what you want to see if you're on the Radiant team. Not at all. And Axe is impressed. That's great, Axe, but I'm still going to lower you. Okay, so clearly it's not that. I'm just going to lower that. Sorry about that. And luckily for that Tinker, Storm was not level 6, because if he was, that would have been a kill. And they're trying to hunt this Coddle, but he does have a salve ready to go. Now the Gyro has respectable damage. It gets a little bit difficult to last hit at first, and here in the middle lane, these guys are really duking it out. Alright, he's invis, he's got a rocket, but I don't think he's going to be able to use it or want to use it. Probably shouldn't do enough, or a lot of damage. He's opting to go for both the Oh, and I completely missed it. I'm a big dummy. But he rocketed him and lasered him. And then he died. That's basically Tinker. You start the early game with laser and rocket, and then you shoot people a lot. And then later on, you become overpowered. And hey, we got another Curse of the Silent here on this Shadow Demon. Disruption from this Shadow Demon onto the Faceless Void. And now Faceless Void's in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't actually have enough mana to use his Time Walk, which is a little bit scary. He is going to get stunned, but I don't know if he's going to be able to die. Are they going to have enough damage? Yes, they will. And Faceless Void goes down. And that is not good. The Gyro is severely, I assume, out-leveling this Faceless Void. Yeah, Faceless Void only level 2, while Gyro is actually level 4. And, yeah, 2 level 2s in the lane. Honestly, at this point, they might want to abandon the lane because it's not going well. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Storm Spirit still batting heads with this Tinker. This is hardcore. Tinker hasn't actually stacked yet, and actually we haven't even looked at the last hits denies. Tinker actually top of the board, 14-2. Faceless Void actually higher up than that Gyrocopter, but you know, like I said, Gyrocopter very early on, it's difficult for him to do enough damage to CS properly. However, oh man.
Radiant's middle tower is
Tinker got close to, oh my god, and Drow got close to death too. Looks like she just got fissured and nearly died. Not the strongest safe lane hero, and this ward is really good, so it gives you a lot of vision of what the Radiant team is doing from behind the tower. And there's a lot of action actually going on here, and I'm afraid, yep, there goes Storm. Storm goes down as well again, and Tinker is just destroying this lane. He's already level 6. Uh-oh. Here we go. Disruption on the top lane. Silencer has very little health, and he looks like he is surely dead. But now let's see if the Faceless Void wants to be able to try to take out this Gyrocopter. He gets the bash. If he gets one more bash, oh, he doesn't need the bash. He takes him out. He might get a double kill here. And this would really change the lane equilibrium if he can just get that hit, and he does. Double kill. That was almost a solo double kill. That was very impressive by the Faceless Void to actually survive that. And now he has recovered in that lane. So when I said he should abandon the lane, I was totally wrong. I am a wrong man. Shadow Demon also died. Oh, Shadow Demon died up there. I'm a big dummy. That happened in front of me. This Tinker, however, not actually stack. Oh, no, he did actually stack the Agents one time. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. He's a fine player. Uh-oh, here comes Ancient Apparition. He is a dead man, I think. Maybe not. He's only got 1 Shadow Poison now, but with the Disruption, he should die. Drow might get a return kill, though. Drow does do a lot of damage no matter what, but uh-oh, she might... I don't think they should dive this. Yeah, they're not going to dive this. And Shadow Demon actually does have a bottle, which is actually a pretty good build for a Shadow Demon, so that he could spam those Shadow Poisons. They do so much damage now. Like, so much damage. Like, I think with 5 stacks on a guy, it does like 1,000 damage, so it's pretty crazy. It's a lot of magic damage, and Drow takes a heavy hit from that Coddle of the Light, who also has a Ring of Aquila, which is an interesting choice in build. And meanwhile, in the middle lane, looks like they're really trying to get onto this poor guy, Tinker, but I think they're going to get the... Oh, Storm Spirit goes down first. Fissure actually does land on 2, and Silencer's going to pay for it with his life. But, I mean, he's alright. I mean, Tinker's fine with that. Unless he dies too, which he might. He's got a Shadow Poison on him. And he actually is going to turn around. Does he have enough? He does have enough mana for just the laser or a missile, and he's not going to be able to do either. I don't think. And, oh, he's going to die. There goes the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon vastly underestimating whether or not this Tinker has any levels of March of the Machines. He doesn't. He's level 8. He's got 4 levels in each thing. Hey, here's a fun little new feature. We could actually go back in time 10 seconds, or as many seconds as we want, really. There's instant replay now in Dota 2, which is pretty sweet, if you ask me. And it looks like this Storm Spirit is coming into lane. Is he level 6 yet? He is not, unfortunately. But one more creep should get him level 6, and then we'll see the Storm Spirit roll out a little bit. He is losing this lane pretty hard. But, yeah, actually not that hard now that I think about it. But he does have 3 deaths on him, despite the fact that he has similar amounts of CS. And Gyrocopter moving into this middle lane, they looks like they want to go on this Silencer, and Silencer is, like, blown the hell up. Are they going to be able to get this guy? They don't have enough mana for a Fissure, so unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to work out. And that is 2 dire supports with bottles Unless it's not. Wait, where did his bottle go? Didn't he just have a bottle? Did that just go on the courier? Maybe he took it off somebody. It's confusing. I swear to God, I thought he had a bottle. But he didn't. Tinker, keep stacking these ancients, which he should.
Middle tower is losing its foundation.
And Gyro picks up the regen rune, even though one of his teammates had a bottle. Pretty poor teamwork, as far as I'm concerned. But hey, it's a pub! And I'll pick pub, and uh-oh, looks like Silencer's gonna die again. Oh boy, this is not good for him. Oh, Tinker's dead too, and that is a 2-kill situation. But there goes the Storm Spirit to the bashes of that wonderful Faceless Void, and a Chronosphere, but he unfortunately manages to hit the tower, so there's no extra damage, but he does manage to kill the courier just outside of the Chronosphere. And I don't actually know what was in that courier, if anything at all. And here comes a stun. No, it's still going to miss. The Time Walk doesn't actually disjoint anything. So the stun's still going to hit, but Gyro doesn't feel like diving that deep, especially since he has absolutely no mana at all. And with Phase Boots and a Ring of Bastion, 700 gold in the bank, I wonder what he's going to be opting to build. We should take a look at hero level. Highest on the board, Radiant stuff. 9, 8, 7, Tinker, Drow, and Buttface. And what's up with Shadow Demon? I was just walking back to base. Void's back in base. And everybody seems to be hovering around this middle lane. Dire looks like they kind of want to try for this, whatchamacallit, but no, it looks like in the mid lane, yeah, everybody wants to have a party on this middle lane. Everyone wants to kill this poor Tinker. Oh, Tinker, you're in a bad place. There goes a fissure, and there goes the global silence, but the Echo Slam does so much damage. Earthshaker's gonna walk away with 60 health. And there's going to be a lot of damage. Call Down comes down too, but Gyro is out of mana. And here comes a TP in from the Faceless Void. Is he going to be able to get a return kill? It looks like he's going to try to go for it. He doesn't actually have Chronosphere up, or Chronosphere rather. And it looks like Ancient Apparition died on the back end of that as well. So we missed that. But Chronosphere, unfortunately, was down for that fight. If it was up, it was probably a sure to kill. And it looks like he is going to try to go for this Storm Spirit. And Storm is now officially out of mana. It wasn't official before. They didn't sign the papers. He didn't do his W9. Drow? Has not a lot. Not XP per minute. That's what I wanted to look at. 4 kills on that Gyrocopter. 4 on the Tinker too, but he has 2 deaths. But he does have 1,700 gold, so he's pretty close to his Boots of Travel. Only about 200 gold off. Oh boy. Oh, there goes the Chrono. There goes the Chrono, and there goes the Coddle of the Light. But 2 heroes are TPing in, both the Shadow Demon and the Storm Spirit. I wonder if Storm's going to jump real far. We'll see. I mean, this is like 4 heroes down here. And, oh, there was a hero up there? Drow was up there for some reason, and she's dead. She's dead now. Oh, and there's the fissure. It looks like they're going to go for it. Storm jumps a long way. He's got only half mana. But with that homing missile coming in, that Faceless Void should be dead. No matter what. Yeah, the Gyro's actually just going to leave. He still gets the XP and gold for murdering him. From long range. Ancient Apparition Blast. Not going to do anything. And this is going to be the battle of the ages as far as who can counter push better. Because there's a Coddle versus a Tinker, and that's really no fun for anybody. Bottom tower is probably going to go down. Indeed it is. There's not really going to be any support coming through the jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is now but kindling.
No Radiant heroes in sight, actually. Not for a while. There's another stack that's going up, and is he going to succeed? I wonder. Let's see. Yep, he does. Good stack by Silencer. Always important to stack the jungle for your Tinker, and it looks like the Shadow Demon is boned up real good. Call Down is actually going to do a lot of damage to that Silencer, but he is going to be fine as well. Tinker, Invis, looking for a potential chance to pick someone off. He doesn't have the instant kill potential as he did very early on in the game, as he inevitably will get, but it looks like he might still go for it. He's just on the edge of this vision. Faceless Void does not have Chronosphere, But here comes the laser. Here comes the... Oh, they didn't expect the mechanism. He's just got Boots mech. Yeah, they're not going to do enough damage, and this Faceless Void may die on the back end of this. Meanwhile, on the backside, Ancient Apparition facing off against this Storm Spirit disjoints 2 of Drow's attacks, but it doesn't matter. He still goes down. While they are chasing down this Faceless Void lived? Coddle actually died. But Faceless Void does go down, and that is a mega kill for the Gyro, who already has his drums ready to go. So, hot damn. That was intense. I actually thought that the kill was the Coddle of Light died, but he didn't. He survived, or no, the Coddle of Light died. Oh boy. Drow looks real boned up, and indeed she is. And there's the Global Silence, but I don't think it's really going to stop anything. They could kill this guy with right clicks if they didn't chase him through the forest, all of them. Oh, long range zip, and there goes the silencer. Boom goes the dynamite. Now, I don't know why, but I think the Dire are winning. And only a 2,500 gold lead, 3,000 gold lead, actually. Ooh, here comes a stun. Here comes the Faceless Void. He wants to get that stun off. If he could just get a bash. He just needs one bash. Oh, he's not going to get the bash. And the Tinker is not going to do enough damage. On the back end, Gyro is going to Rocket Barrage and hit down this guy, while Faceless Void is getting stunned up real good by this poor Storm Spirit, who is actually not very poor. He's probably got a good deal of money. Nah, he's got 2 null talismans. That's not very good. But here comes a stun. Stun goes out. Hits Silencer. 2 ends. Looks like Ancient Apparition does manage to take out the Gyrocopter while the Storm is out of mana on the low ground. Faceless Void does come in. He's trying to bash, but he doesn't actually have enough damage because Storm still had his, what's it called? What's the name of this spell? Or whoops-a-daisy. Overload. Still had Overload shot. Does more damage than he expected. And oh my god, the Echo Slam! In comes that surprise Blink Dagger, surprise Earthshaker, Echo Slam to take out that Faceless Void, who unfortunately did not manage to dodge that with his thing. And look at that haste rune. Oh, that beautiful, beautiful haste rune. It's just the invincible rune. But oh my god, the deeps. If he could get a laser... And there he goes. There goes the Shadow Demon. Fissure up, but I don't think he's actually going to be able to do anything. Actually, that amount of damage, but here comes the Storm. Storm is going to do a bunch of damage to Tinker with his jump, and he's not. He actually missed there for some reason. And oh, goodness, the Tinker actually is surviving. But on the back end, Gyro's coming in with the Rocket Barrage, and Storm survives, and so does Tinker. Holy cow. This poor Silencer, how many deaths does Silencer have? Yeah, he's at 7 deaths. He is just a feed machine right now. And oh, Chrono! Here comes the Chrono. He needs some more bashes to do enough damage, but oh, and there goes the mechanism and the disruption. Drow goes down to the call down and the Rocket Barrage. Faceless Void, he does have a time lock, but he gets stunned by the homing missile. And Tinker is going to die as well. But Tinker actually manages to get the lucky RNG and get the rocket on the right hero. Meanwhile, Shadow Demon is going to die on the back end, or is he? He's so close. He just needs one more hit, and there he goes. While Fissure goes out from this Earthshaker in the middle lane. Ancient Apparition has like almost no health, and holy cow, I can't speak. This is a really aggressive game. This is an absurdly aggressive... It is... How many kills is that? That's like... Oh, goodness. Oh, Earthshaker. Earthshaker has a blink. He doesn't actually have Echo Slam, so I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. He can blink Fissure, but I don't think that's going to really do anything. Nah, he's just going to use Fissure to farm instead. But, anyway. Holy cow. We got like 40 kills in 16 minutes. That is hardcore. It's a lot of fighting. It's a lot of fighting. Let's see what Storm has. Still 2 null talismans. He's getting closer to that Orchid, if only by having that quarterstaff. Oh, Tinker. Oh, call down. Oh, long Tinker. Tinker's dead, but here comes the Faceless Void, who is going to get a kill. He's going to get a double kill. Oh, no. Well, he did get the gold from that assist anyway. The Gyrocopter did end up dying to the March of the Machines from the Tinker. But holy cow. Void, also extremely poor. He is 3 and 5, unfortunately. Very, very poor hero right now, and he didn't actually get a Hand of Midas either, so him being able to catch up is going to be a little bit difficult. Whoa, where did Blinkface go? Ah, there's Blinkface. I'm gonna Tinker's so AD. So bad. Unfortunately, the Tinker is bad. Where is this going? Oh. Oh, the Chrono! And the AA Blast, and that is going to be enough. He gets down far enough, and it looks like Faceless Void did opt to pick up the Mask of Madness. Pretty common build. And look at this ward. These wards. There's 3 wards in the Radiant Jungle here. The Dire really want to get some kills. And that is totally fair. Because they need more kills. There haven't been enough kills in this game. We need more. Just, you know, 44 kills in 18 minutes. No big deal. And this is why Tinker on Radiant is super OP. Because you can do this. You just stack a billion times. And then just take all of that gold. Look, he just got a Blink Dagger off of that. That is crazy pants. And it looks like Drow is actually going to die here in the jungle. And, you know, that has to do with these wards. And there's another ward placed down. They really want to kill people in the jungle. The jungle is not safe for the Radiant team, unfortunately. The Dire do seem to be handling themselves pretty well, I have to say. I mean, both teams, the score is pretty even, but the Radiant team is just so damn poor. While this Gyro is pretty close to this Blink Dagger. Oh, and poor Faceless Void. He's not even going to have a chance to do anything. There he goes. Global Silence, but kind of wasted, honestly. Meanwhile, this stack that Silencer has been making is going to get taken by this Tinker as well. Who's going to have so much gold? Just so much gold.
See the Radiant's top tower falling shortly.
He just got like 2,000 gold in like a minute or two. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty insane pants. Maybe even 3,000 gold from the stack from the Ancients and the and that big stack. I would assume he's gotten a lot of money. He's got the Blink Dagger, he's got the Boots of Travels, he's got the Soul Ring. So the next item should be like a Dagon, or it could be an Orchid. There's a couple things that you could really go here. I think probably the Dagon would be the most valuable. Storm doesn't actually have that much health yet, only 1,000. Gyro should, yeah, he's got 1,400 health. But the Coddle could die, the Storm Spirit could die, and even the Earthshaker could die. He's a fairly tanky support, but, you know, still only 1,000 health. I think Dagon is probably the best choice, especially since he's got the Null Talisman. We'll see. Hey, Ancient Apparition already has his Aghanim Scepter. I wonder why the Radiant don't have as many wards as I thought they did, or thought they should. There's the one ward, which is really not going to help. They need a ward over here, and oh boy, we have a Chronosphere. But the Fissure's going to go down. Gyro takes out everybody with his call down. Double kill on the Silencer and Drow. Meanwhile, they're chasing down this Faceless Void, but this Earthshaker's taking too much damage. Time Walk to get the kill. Here comes Storm zipping around, looking for this Tinker, and if he finds him with this Vortex, and he doesn't! Did he not have Vortex off cooldown? He did! Unless he just barely didn't. He could have gotten that kill on the Tinker. And if they had gotten that kill, that would have been pretty good, because they would have stopped this tower from going down, which it should just go down. Or it actually might get denied. No, it's a Coddle the Light. I don't think this guy should be afraid. Yeah, he's going to walk back in the lane knowing that nobody else is here. Meanwhile, Faceless Void's running away. Yeah. With those rockets, you know, could have gotten the kill. Like, the Coddle has a Blink Dagger. That's ridiculous. Hey, Ancient Apparition Ultimate with, oh, baby. Oh, did he not have Chrono? He didn't. He doesn't even actually have enough mana for Chrono, unfortunately. And it looks like he might still be going to catch up Midas. It's probably just a Mjolnir, though. Or a Maelstrom, rather.
Looking for me?
Eventually a Mjolnir, but probably not a Mjolnir yet. And the BKB is picked up by the Gyro, which was used in the last fight. Ooh, baby. Global Silence has to be spent to save the Faceless Void. And with that new Dagon that Tinker just got, he got a kill on the Shadow Demon. And that's why you go Dagon.
Unstoppable!
Ancient Apparition killed Earthshaker somewhere. Where did you die, Earthshaker? I died over here, so Ancient Apparition just used his ultimate. With the Aghanims, it does extra damage, and that's not very nice. The Aghanims does extra damage, and it lasts a lot longer, so more likely to kill squishy supports like this Coddle, like the Shadow Demon, like this Ancient, or the Earthshaker, especially with high burst damage heroes like Tinker to do the heavy lifting as far as damage is concerned. Now, then he does have this level 1 Dagon, however. I wouldn't say he should probably improve it. He should probably be going for instant hex, or infinite hex, rather. So if he gets a sheep stick, or a hex stick, or a hex bar, or a scythe of vice, then he'll have infinite hexes. And he doesn't actually have that big of a mana pool to support it, but with Soul Ring he should be able to do things. He won't be able to, well, actually he actually got a second point in rearm, which might be a bit preemptive. I guess he is level 14, but still, costs a lot of mana. That's 250 mana. That's like a considerable amount of his mana pool, as you see there. And did take a double stack there. He's got 1,000 gold. We'll see what he decides to pick up. Void, it looks like he is beginning on. Oh no, he's not. He's getting his Maelstrom. Never mind. But he probably should get that BKB, because without a BKB, his Chronospheres are pretty much useless. Because this guy right here, look at that. The range on the fissure. Look, I have to zoom out to show you the range of this fissure. That's absurd. That's crazy. This is a crazy range on that fissure. Look at that. He could stand from over here and hit someone who's hiding next to the tower on the Dire. Like, that's crazy. That's just madness town. Here's where the tower would be. So you get somebody like right here, from there, which is kind of crazy. Oh, here comes the Ancient Apparition Blast. It's not going to hit anything, so it's a strange decision by him. But anyway, so yeah, hey, 5 drum charges already used, 24 minutes. That's pretty crazy for this gyro. And has he been stacking? Yeah, it looks like he has. He has been stacking for himself. Once you get that Helm of the Dominator, it's important to stack for yourself. Really, you should hope that your teammates stack for you, but this Coddle and this Earthshaker have been roaming since minute 1, so I wouldn't be too mad at my supports. They ensured some kills, I think for Gyro, but maybe not. Let's check the gold graph while Roche gets taken. 2,000 gold in favor of the Dire. Not as favorable as they would like, but I would wager that they probably have better, well, I don't know about better late game, maybe. 2,000 gold in favor of the Radiant, or 2,000 XP in favor of the Radiant, actually. So Radiant is ahead. It's hard to say who has better late game. I mean, Void is one of the hardest carries in the game, and ooh, this is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, baby. Yeah, these heroes are actually in trouble. Storm should die, actually. I think with that Ag's ulti, Storm's dead. Ooh, especially if he goes into a Chrono. Oh, he's like super dead. These guys are both dead. Wow, disaster. Super disaster for this Dire team. Oh, Echo Slam blinks in. Does the Echo Slam, not going to be enough to kill anybody. And dominating for this Tinker with that Dagon. This is for real lol. Here comes a laser, and he does have a rocket. He just needs vision. Nope, he just goes for the Dagon instead. And a double kill for that Tinker, and I think this game is over. I don't mean to call it or anything, but that was a disaster. I wanna just take a moment and, yeah, that was about a 3,000 gold swing for that Radiant team. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and use this thing? Let's go right here. Let's go over here. There we go. Look at that. Oh, they're trying to take this Aegis. They're so close, but here comes the Ancient Apparition Blast. In just a moment. Oh yeah, and that damage is gonna be real. Oh goodness, goodness gracious me, oh my, that is not good for this team. Ancient Apparition Blast, here comes the Chronosphere, Storm zips in, and then 2 heroes go down. Oh man, that was crazy. Let's go back to the live feed and figure out what happened in the meantime. Doesn't look like too much. But that's pretty nuts. You know what'd be nice is if that instant replay could happen in like a picture-in-picture thing. They've actually said that picture-in-picture is actually pretty much impossible. But if they could figure out how to do it, that would be cool. If they could figure out how to do picture-in-picture, that'd be fantastic. And this tower is actually in deny range. Oh, it's just barely out of deny range. I think it's 10%. So it needs 3 points of life down in order for it to get into deny range. That is really unfortunate.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But it should be in deny range now. And actually, they're just gonna let this tower go down. That was pretty wasteful. That's a pretty easy deny that they could have gotten. But they do have this gyro here, so Ooh, here comes Ancient Apparition Blast. Silencer in a bad place. He doesn't want to pop Global Silence, and it would be a waste, so he shouldn't, even if he will die. Oh! Oh, is he going to get back in time? He is. Oh, that was kind of close, actually. Tinker trying to steal these Ancients from this poor Gyro. He's just trying his hardest, man. They totally let this tower go down for no reason, I want to say. Kind of a poor decision. Storm does have his Orchid, but it's 27 minutes and he has no other items, so... I don't know if he's going to really be able to take heroes out. He could probably take out, like, a Drow. Because Drow still only has 1000 health. 1000? I guess technically that's true. Oh, Shadow Demon. He's got this ward now. And he's just going to TP out. That's probably the safest idea. Oh, but in the meantime, Storm Spirit does go down to Faceless Void. He must have got Chronoed. Faceless Void, farming the jungle. Shadow Demon. Bad place. Yeah, they're going to leave this jungle immediately. Tinker! Tinker, get out of there! He's dead. Oh, you're super dead, Mr. Tinkerman. He's got illusions in a bottle, but he's dead. He is super duper dead. Ooh, and here comes a last word, but he's got a BKB, buddy! Silencer, you tried to man fight the wrong hero. Poor decision. He says WTF. Really, that's his own fault, I want to say. Oh, here comes Ancient Apparition Blast. It actually doesn't hit anybody. And that means that Ancient Apparition is going to go down. These counter throws. This is like new meta. There's throwing into counter throwing. Does he have enough health? Oh, he does. He survives. He survives. Here comes a rune, or a glyph, but they're actually going to back up off of this. Nobody's coming in. You can take this tower. You have pretty good health. Ancient Apparition's dead. Interesting decision from the Dire. He even did have Flak Cannon. There were 3 down. Why wouldn't you take this tower? It's just a glyph. Strange decision-making process. Drow, in the meantime, has gotten a lot of items. She's got a Shadow Blade. She's got a BKB. She still has her Aquila off, which is a little bit strange. I don't know if she's been meaning to turn it on, if she turns it on when she goes in the lane, or has just completely forgotten about it. And I think she's just completely forgotten about it, is what it seems like to me, because she's not turning it on, and she should. Now, BKB on Drow is alright. It's good in this particular scenario, so she doesn't get locked down by, like, the Earthshaker, or the Coddle, or the Storm Spirit. That can all just totally murk her. But, you know, it gives her a little bit more survivability. However, if somebody's on you, you're probably going to die as a Drow Ranger, because you got no health, man. So, usually I'm not a big fan of BKB on Drow. In this particular situation, it's probably the best item choice, so that she can actually deal some damage. Here comes a Chronosphere, but this might be a little bit much. A Chronosphere for just a solo Shadow Demon. I mean, it got the kill, which is great, but, yeah, Void is actually going to have to pop his BKB. And BKB versus BKB, BKB wars, but there goes the Coddle, and Drow, in the meantime, took a bunch of health, and oh, and there goes the Fissure. And she actually hasn't used her BKB, but she does actually manage to take down the Storm Spirit. And with that Aegis, she does not mind. Do you have Ice Blast? He does not. And oh, Faceless Void, you were so close to getting killed, buddy. But you didn't actually manage to do it with your time walking. Hey, there goes that good old Sheep Stick. Still level 1 Dagon, so I completely told you what his item choices were. Now he can finish that Dagon, and after he finishes the Dagon, he could sell the bottle, go for the E-Blade, and murder the hell out of people. Like, he will murder the face off of everyone except for Gyro, because he's pretty much the only BKB carrier. Storm Spirit can get a BKB, but he's got 77 gold, and he's got nothing. So he's probably not going to get a BKB, which means Tinker is going to wreck all of the faces. Yeah, here he comes. There goes the wrecking. It's begun. It has begun. If you have a team that doesn't build BKB and you're against Tinker, you're in for a bad time, friends. There goes the TP out, and oh, Storm walks right into the Scythe of Ice, and he goes down. Here goes a Chrono, and down goes the Earthshaker. Oh, that wasn't the Earthshaker, that was the Gyro. And I think that's game. Yeah, Storm actually TCs out of rage, and that is the game. Yeah, here goes the Gyro. There goes another DC, and that's the game. Wow.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
That poor
Scatter in field.
Gyro, he's got
Barracks
16
have
kills.
seen their last.
He got 16 kills, and he's still gonna lose this game. Now, the Tinker also has 16 kills, so that might be what happened there. He did totally dismantle mid, which is unfortunate, because, you know, that's sort of the risk that you take with the Storm Spirit, is, you know, the Storm Spirit has to be able to snowball. He's like a super snowball-y hero. And if he starts behind, it's hard for him to come back. He's actually a pretty good jungler, and in fact, despite what you may think, Storm can jungle from level 1 if you wanted to. I wouldn't suggest it, but he can. So he's a pretty decent jungler, meaning he could take out stacks fairly well, but he's still, there goes that fella.
Spree. Axes, please.
But, yeah, if you get behind on levels, especially to a Tinker, things are not looking good for you. And there's already a level 3 Dagon on Tinker. Already. Haha! He stole that last hit from the Ancient Apparition, who was trying to steal the last hit from him. But it looks like they're just going to go for things. Oh my god, the Echo Slam! This Silencer thinks he's more manly than he actually is. He has died. How many times has Silencer died? He has died 10 times. He is just a feed machine. He's little feed machine. Little feed machine Wallace. There goes the double Chronosphere. And it looks like he's actually going to go for the Gyro. Oh, and with the missiles. Hey, hey, hey. Oh boy. He's got no health too, but he should die. There he goes. And that is 5 heroes dead. 4 of them already DC'd, so, you know, whatever. But, yeah. A good game by the Radiant, who succeeded. People got real mad and DC'd out of rage, but it was really close. It actually was really close. Unfortunately, the Storm fell too far behind. He wasn't really able to come back into the game. I mean, he got the Orchid. At the point that he got the Orchid, though, it probably would have been a better idea to just skip it and get something else. Probably something that would make you survive better. Because if you're getting an Orchid at 27 minutes... pretty much you should get your Orchid before 25 minutes. Or before 20 minutes, rather. You should probably get your Orchid around 15 to 18 minutes if you're a Storm Spirit. And if you're getting it past that, every minute past that means it's going to be less and less useful. Because by the time he had his Orchid, other heroes had BKBs. So it meant that, like, it meant that it was kind of useless. And he wasn't able to get the solo picks that he needed, so he really should have switched off to a different item, in my opinion. And Tinker just did what Tinker does. He's got, you know, 606 gold per minute and 18 kills, because he's Tinker, and that's what Tinker does. So, yeah. Close game, but despite the fact that everybody rage quit. But it was still fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I don't do this very often, but I like doing it. It's very enjoyable for me. Let me know if you want to see more, please, down in the comments. Please let me know how you feel about things. Sorry about all the audio stuff that I had to fix throughout the course of the game, but, you know, sometimes it happens. Anyway, I love you all, you're beautiful people, and, you know, perhaps we'll do more of this Dota soon. I would love to do it with a co-caster, but usually I can't find anybody that wants to co-cast with me. But, maybe we'll do that in the future as well. And maybe if you guys still like this, then I'll do more of it. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This is Alpacapatrol signing out. Peace, fools.